Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, Neil Rowe continues to deny all the allegations against him, and here it is, it's saying that his mother testified in his defense. Okay, so when they said that, that made me want to take a look. And a 45-year-old guy, and he's living at home with his mother, and his mother is telling him not to bring anyone to the house without her permission. That is pure BS. I've spoken to you about the Oedipus Complex and the unconscious emotional incest that, guys have with their mothers in Barbados. They just cannot seem to move out of the house. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? A 45-year-old, he's past middle age, and he is living at home, and his mother, in the statement here, when I did have to take a little peek, she's telling the court that she tells him not to bring anyone at the house because she opened up his bedroom door. She was in his bedroom. She saw a woman in the bed wrapped up in, blanket or whatever. And she had fixed breakfast, and he was out there with the breakfast. So she went into his room to get his clothes, to get laundry. You believe this? You see, that's why I do not like to open up these links. Okay, I hate it because it's insulting. And a woman should never go to visit no man who is 45 years old and have to tiptoe through the house because he's living with the mother. He's living with his mother. And she's there in court to say that she tells him, don't bring nobody in my house. 45 years old. And he's supposed to be you give him your power via the vote. Via the vote, you give him your power, and he doesn't even have any power in the house that he lives in. His mother rules. He has to follow his mother's rules, or it's going to be wizzy and tell the person, be quiet, I don't want my mom to know you're here. That's pure BS. Pure BS. And he's saying that they were saying something about the there it is. That he's saying that his family is deeply affected by everything that's happening to him. But since whatever happened to him, then you'll hear about his daughter, son, they. I don't know what pronoun the person is going by. But when they were arrested for bringing the big D into the island of Barbados, when they looked into their suitcase because they had left the airport and forgot a suitcase, and then when they went back, the person was held. His child, and that person was in the news with who was it? Lashley, all like trying to be all emotional, all that kind of crap. Oh yeah, so Lashley says, yeah. Lashley was represented his child, the one that was saying, I am a diplomat. Like thinking that it's something more than anyone else just because of a little stamp on a little page or a little book. Imagine that. So when he talks about his family being deeply affected, there are a whole lot of stuff that he was accused of, they was accused of, and other members were accused of. Deeply affected. They're part and parcel of what's going on in Barbados, where it comes to, that scene, that gang scene and that drug scene and that, things coming into Barbados that shouldn't really be there. His name has been called. He's part of it. He's part of it. Okay. So yeah, I cannot even get over when I saw the Oedipus Complex played out in this particular article, that he's living home with his mother. And although I'm 100% with the female that accused him, I'm saying to all females, do not go and visit no guy that's living at home with his mother and is 45 years old and he has to follow the rules of that house because he's not in charge. He's not in charge. Okay, she said it. I tell him get permission from me before you bring anyone to the house. It's pure BS. So we are seeing the unconscious incest. We're seeing the Oedipus Complex. I've spoken to you about the Oedipus Complex. You're seeing it play out here, and it just he's emasculated, and you see it in the way he dresses, the way he walks, the way he looks. You didn't even need to hear the fact that he lives home with his mom at 45 years old. He has a bedroom in the house where his mom owns and lives. You know, you see it in him. You can see that he has not taken agency. You can see that Neil Rowe has not taken agency, and as such, no woman should give her body to him. You shouldn't be giving up anything to him. Okay? You have him find his own place. And on a minister's salary, he can't do better. He can't do better on that salary. But then again, he knows it's gonna come to an end for him. The minister's salary, that's gonna come to an end real soon, very, very soon. And I don't know what he does outside of now what he has been picked, and he rode in on Mia Motley's coattail. They all did. Okay, all of y'all did. So after, you know, he's gone, because he will be gone. We don't know. I don't know what he does, but what we do know is he lives home with his mother. He has to follow her rules, and as such, how dare you? How dare you give over your power to an emasculated person who's living at home with his mother? What are you thinking though? What are you thinking giving him your vote? Okay, so you have to check all that out. Chad Blackman, all of them, see if they're living home with their mom, see if they're, you know, have their own place, if they have agency. You know, they've taken charge of their lives. You have to do your homework. You have to do your homework. Okay? That's it for this. Rowe denies there are allegations and says the case has deeply affected his family. It's a lie. It's a lie. They're gangsters in his family. Okay? And then his mother testified. And then you find out that he's living at home, 45-year-old grown-ass hardback man living at home with his mother, having to follow her rules because she didn't even know a girl was in the house. And she would say, well, you know, you have to get my permission before you bring anyone. It's bullshit. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.